उसी तरह जर्रे जर्रे पर बरसती रहे, जैसे कुआं सबकी प्यास बुझाता है। इतनी सी कहानी है मेरी, जैनुल आबदीन और आशी अम्मा के बेटे की कहानी। उस लड़के की कहानी जो अखबारें बेचकर अपने भाई की मदद करता था। उस शागिर्द की कहानी जिसकी परवरिश अय्यदराई सोलबन ने की। उस विद्यार्थी की कहानी जिसे पंडलाई मास्टर ने तालीम दी, जिसे MG के मैडम और प्रोफेसर साराभाई ने इंजीनियर की पहचान दी। उस विद्यार्थी की कहानी जो समस्याओं और कठिनाइयों में पलकर साहिस्तान बना, और उस रहनुमा की कहानी जिसके साथ चलने वाले बेशुमार अक्लमंद और हुनरमंद लोगों की टीम। मेरी कहानी मेरे साथ खत्म हो जाएगी, क्योंकि दुनियाई मायनों में मेरे पास कोई पूंजी नहीं। मैंने कुछ हासिल नहीं किया, मेरे पास कुछ नहीं और कोई नहीं, न बेटा न बेटी और न परिवार। मैं दूसरों के लिए मिसाल नहीं बनना चाहता, पर शायद कुछ पढ़ने वालों को प्रेरणा मिले कि अंतिम सुख रूह और आत्मा की तस्कीन है। खुदा की रहमत उनकी विरासत है।
The inspiring and enthralling journey of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Kalam was born into a middle-class Tamil family in the island town of Rameshwaram in the East File, Madras state. His father, Jainul Abdeen, had neither formal education nor much wealth. Despite these disadvantages, he possessed great innate wisdom and true generosity of spirit. He had an ideal helpmate in his wife, Ashiyamma. Kalam was one of many children. A short boy with rather undistinguished looks, born to tall and handsome parents. They lived in their ancestral house, which was built in the middle of 19th century.
Enough of playing, children. Let's have lunch now.
Kalam normally ate with his mother, sitting on the floor of the kitchen. She would place a banana leaf with rice, sambar, homemade pickles, and dollop of fresh coconut chutney. She also used to feed many other outsiders every day.
Kodaku, you want more?
The famous Shiva temple, which made Rameshwaram so sacred to pilgrims, was about a 10-minute walk from Kalam's house. The locality was predominantly Muslim, but there were a few Hindu families too, living amicably with their Muslim neighbors. They celebrated the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony and all other Muslim festivals together with great grandeur.
There was a very old mosque in the locality where Kalam's father would take Kalam for evening prayers. Kalam had not the faintest idea of the meaning of the Arabic prayers chanted, but he was totally convinced that they reached God. One day, he asked his father about the relevance of prayer.
What is the relevance of prayer in one's life?
Kalam, when you pray, you transcend your body and become a part of the cosmos which knows no division of wealth, age, caste or creed.
His father could convey complex spiritual concepts in very simple ways.
Father, I am really very scared of problems. Why do they occur in our life?
Kalam, my child, you know every human being is a specific element within the whole of the manifest divine being. So, why be afraid of difficulties, sufferings and problems? When troubles come, try to understand the relevance of your sufferings. Adversity always presents opportunities for introspection.
Kalam, throughout his life, tried to emulate his father in his own world of science and technology.
Zainul Abidin embarked on the project of building a wooden sailboat to take pilgrims from Rameshwaram to Dhanushkoti and back. He worked at building the boat on the seashore with the help of a relative, Ahmad Jalaluddin, who later married his sister Zohra. Jalaluddin was 15 years older than Kalam, but they shared a very strong bond of friendship. Jalaluddin would talk about God as if he had a working partnership with him.
What do you do when you are talking about daily life?
I simply present all my doubts to God as if He was standing nearby to dispose them all. Kalam, always remember one thing. You are very fortunate that you got the opportunity to explore the world of knowledge. So never ever let it go. I want you to excel.
I am also very fortunate because I have you as my teacher. Though schooling has been limited, but still you made yourself important enough to stand out in the whole life. Everyone admires you for your English writing skills and diverse knowledge, scientific discoveries, contemporary literature, and medical science advances. I am really glad that you made me able to give for yours and
Thank you, Kalam.
Brahmin, but he was something of a rebel. Kalam used to spend hours with him.
Kale Manakam, sit down. Children, what do you like the most in the sky? Can anyone answer this?
Sir,
Yes, Kalam.
Sir, I like the most about the sky is that I like the flight of birds. And I want to know why do birds flap their wings?
Very good, Kalam. Kalam, I want you to develop your personality and knowledge so that you are at par with the highly educated people of the big cities.
Sure, sir.
So students, tomorrow we'll go to the seashore to see the flight of the birds.
Took his students to the seashore one day to show and explain them the flight of birds. The mechanism influenced and motivated Kalam to such an extent that he was intrigued to learn further all about flights. That was a life-changing moment for Kalam.
Children, can you see the birds?
Yes, sir.
They have strong and powerful wings that help them to lift their entire bodies off the ground.
Sir,
Yes, Kalam.
why do birds flap their wings?
Birds flap their wings to create thrust that help them to move through the air and fly.
Sir, I also want to fly like a bird.
Sure, Kalam.
Siva Subramania was a rebel and used to do his best to break social barriers so that people mingle with each other, even if they were from different religions. For him, Hindus and Muslims, Brahmins and Shudras were all equal, but Siva Subramania Iyer had a very conservative wife. Few days later, Kalam was invited to Siva Subramania's house for a meal.
Welcome, Kalam. Good to see you on time as always. Come in.
Thank you, sir.
Ayyo, you invited a Muslim for a meal. I will never serve a Muslim boy in my kitchen.
Give me the food. I'll serve it. Come, Kalam, sit. Kalam, I would like you to join me for the dinner the next weekend.
Sir, I would like to join you for the dinner. But I think Ayyarappa will not like it.
Kalam, don't be upset. Just remember one thing. Once you decide to change the system, such problems have to be confronted.
Okay, sir.
The next time, Kalam visited the house.
Wait, let me open.
He was greeted by the lady.
Come, Kalam.
She served him by her own hands.
Kalam, I hope you understood that once you stay strong during the dark night, the bright morning will embrace you soon.
Yes, sir.
Another person who greatly influenced Kalam's boyhood was his first cousin, Samsuddin. He was the sole distributor of newspaper in Rameshwaram, and he had nobody to help him out with his trade. The newspaper would arrive at the Rameshwaram station by the morning train from Pambal. Kalam was not able to read the matter of the newspaper, Dinamani, so he used to satisfy himself by glancing at the pictures in the newspaper before Samsuddin delivered them to his customers.
The Second World War broke out in 1939. First casualty comes in the form of suspension of the train halt at Rameshwaram station. The newspaper bundles were thrown out from the moving train on Rameshwaram Road between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi.
It is really becoming tough for me. Gathering the newspaper bundles thrown from the running train, it is not possible for me single-handedly.
Is everything alright, Anna? You look stressed.
Yes, I am a bit worried about my work. Kalam, would you do me a favor?
Sure, Anna. How can I help you?
I need your assistance in gathering the newspaper bundles thrown from the running train.
I would love to do the job, Anna.
துயிலில் துளிப்பது பொய்க்கனவு வெயிலிரவில் விழித்திருக்க செய்வதே கனவு ஏலாதங்கடியோ ஏலாதங்கடியோ தார முதலாடா துறக்கிறதும் துறக்கிறதும் கனவுக்குள்ள கனவு கட்டி இருக்கிறதும் இந்தியாவுக்கு சவக்கிறதும் பறக்கிறதும் பறக்கிறதும் வண்ண கொடியில் வீட்டில் பறக்கிறதும்
End of the Second World War, India's freedom was imminent. Gandhiji's statement, Indians will build their own India, ignited a spark in young 15-year-old Kalam's mind. He decided to move out of Rameshwaram for his further studies.
Abba, I want to leave Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram.
Abdul, I know you have to go away to grow.
No. The very thought of getting separated from my youngest child horrifies me. Why can't Abul grow hair itself in front of my eyes and could leave after a little more maturity when he can be on his own?
Ashiamma, your children are not only your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They came through you, but not from you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts. Maybe this island is housing your body and not your soul. Your soul dwells in the house of tomorrow, which none of us at Rameshwaram can visit, not even in our dreams. May God bless you, my child.
Samsuddin and Jalaluddin accompanied Kalam to Schwartz High School. It was a new phase for Kalam's life.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Father.
Please sit down.
Thank you, Father.
Welcome to Swords High School. I hope by the end of your stay in this school, each and every one of you will achieve whatever you aspire for. Just remember one thing. With faith, you can change your destiny.
Sir,
Yes, Kalam.
I have a question. How is faith related to success?
To succeed in life and achieve results, you must understand and master three mighty forces: belief, desire, and expectation.
Thank you, Father.
Kalam followed these words of wisdom and started implementing it in his life. After completing his education at Schwartz, Kalam turned into a self-confident boy determined to succeed.
After his schooling, the 18-year-old young Kalam took admission in St. Joseph College at Tiruchirappalli. Kalam was not a very bright student in terms of examination grades, but he had a practical bent of mind.
He was fascinated by the works of philosophy and English literature and had developed great interest in physics. He thought science and spirituality are the two sides of the same coin and imagined the fast-moving atom with such enormous velocity that resembles the great dance of Shiva.
Chakara chanda
The degree BSc, he realized that physics was not a subject and applied for engineering course at MIT.
What happened, Kalam?
Abba, in the course of time, I've realized that physics is not my subject, and I'm really inclined towards engineering.
So, what do you want to do now, Kalam?
Abba, I've applied in Madras Institute of Technology, and you'll be happy to know that I have been selected for the course. But
what?
I don't have enough money for the admission process.
I'm really sorry, Kalam. I'm afraid that I'll not be able to help you out this time.
And now, I want you to proceed with your ambition, and I'll be glad if I can be of any help to you. Please take this.
But Zora,
Please take this. I hope this will suffice your need.
thank you, Zora. I owe you. I will bring back your jewelries with my own earnings.
In the course of Kalam's education at MIT, 3 teachers had a great influence in shaping his thinking. During his first year, Professor Spontor was his constant support. Kalam was always fascinated about the aircrafts placed outside the MIT campus, and he often felt the urge to know more about these crafts. This curiosity of Kalam made him think about opting for aeronautical engineering as his specialization.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I was confused about my stream. What should I choose as my specialization? Should I opt for aeronautical engineering?
Kalam, why are you opting for aeronautics? Why not electrical engineering? Why not mechanical engineering?
Sir, I feel strange attraction towards flying objects. But will it fetch me the needs of my future? Will I get a job?
Always remember one thing. You should never worry about your prospects. Instead, it's important to lay a sound foundation, to have sufficient enthusiasm and a compelling passion for the field of study you are selecting.
Thank you, sir.
The next teacher, who was a great influencer in Kalam's life, was Professor Narsingh Rao. He was a mathematician who taught Kalam theoretical aerodynamics.
Kalam,
Yes, sir.
I was reviewing the project submitted by you. You know, your aeronautical design is the most important part in theoretical aerodynamics, and understanding and relating the proof equation of aerodynamic flow is very crucial for an aeronaut.
Yes, sir.
So, look here.
The third professor of MIT who made Kalam more acquainted to aeronautics was Professor K.A.V. Pandalai. He taught Kalam aerostructure design and analysis.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Sir, I was confused about the concept of structural engineering discussed in the class today. In fact, I disagree to some technical points.
Kalam, although I am your teacher, but you are free to disagree with me at any point whenever you are not convinced. See in this the great difference between freedom and escape, between motion and movement, between slide and flow are secrets of this science.
As the days passed, Kalam became more clear about his ambition and more engrossed in his work. Kalam completed his 4 years degree course in AE, and finally the most overwhelming day came in his life. The farewell day at MIT.
Where is Kalam? Oh, there he is. Kalam, come here. Kalam, you are my best student, and hard work will help you attain a great name for your teachers. Let God be your home, your stay, your guide, and provide a landing for your feet in your journey.
Thank you, sir. I promise I will give my best to come up to your expectations.
Come and stand beside me. Thank you.
From MIT, Kalam went to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited at Bangalore as a trainee. He worked on engine overhauling as a part of a team. As he came out of HAL as a graduate aeronautical engineer, 2 opportunities came into his way. First, a career in the Air Force, and another was a job at Directorate of Technical Development and Production, DTDMP of the Ministry of Defense.
Manoj, today the Air Force selection list will be displayed.
Yes, come on, let's go and check. Oh yes, I got it. What about you, Kalam?
I secured the 9th position, but only 8 candidates are selected for the post.
Oh, better luck next time.
It took a long time for Kalam to comprehend that the opportunity to join the Air Force had slipped through his fingers. He dragged himself and stood on the edge of a cliff. There was a lake far below. He knew that the days ahead would be difficult. There were questions to be answered and plans to be prepared. He had faced the first failure of his life, and disheartened Kalam went to Rishikesh. In Rishikesh, accidentally, Kalam meets Swami Shivananda.
God bless you, my son. I can see that some
I aspired to become an Air Force pilot since I was a child. But even after so many years of hard work and determination towards my goal, I couldn't make it. My child, accept your destiny and go ahead with your life. You are not destined to become an Air Force pilot. What you are destined to become is not revealed now, but it is predetermined. Forget this failure. This failure was essential to lead you to your destined path. Search instant for the true purpose of your existence. Become one with yourself. My son, surrender yourself to the wish of God.
DTD and B as Senior Scientific Assistant. O.P. Medinetta was the then Director of Aeronautical Development and Establishment, ADE. Kalam met Medinetta for understanding his course of work. The first project that came to Kalam was to develop an indigenous hovercraft prototype as a ground equipment machine.
The hovercraft mechanism is a very simple one. See this balloon. As we blow this balloon and release it, the balloon will lift up from the ground. The same mechanism will be used in the hovercraft.
It took 1 year to prepare the gadgets that were used to make the flight of the hovercraft possible. Finally, the hovercraft was named Nandi, the bull ridden by Lord Shiva. The first person to accompany Kalam for the maiden flight of Nandi was the Defense Minister V.K. Krishna Menon.
Hello, sir. Kalam. Meet Mr. V.K. Krishna Menon, the Defense Minister of India.
Welcome, sir.
Hello, Mr. Kalam. Meet our group captain, Mr. Kalam. He's one of the most experienced pilot in the troop.
Hello, sir. Hello.
So, Mr. Kalam, are we ready for the flight?
Yes, sir. Let's proceed.
Excuse me, sir. May I help you with the flight?
Thank you for your offer, Captain. But let Kalam be the first one to drive it. After all, it's the creator who knows his creation the best.
Sure, sir.
The hovercraft successfully completed its first flight. It moved on an air cushion of about 40 millimeters with a load of about 550 kilograms. Kalam's heart and soul into Nandi again to make it more powerful and solve the basic problem of the hovercraft development. A few days later,
Hello, Kalam.
Hello, sir.
So, what is the status of the hovercraft?
Sir, I have resolved the basic problems that we encountered during his first demonstration.
Great work, Kalam. We will have a VIP visit next week. Prepare your team for it.
Okay, sir.
next week after they meet, a special guest visited ADE.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Kalam.
Yes, sir.
Meet Professor M.G.K. Menon, Director, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research.
Hello, sir. Glad to meet you.
I'm really impressed by your work, Mr. Kalam. I would like to invite you for an interview for the post of rocket engineer at INCOSPA.
Thank you, sir. I would love to attend it.
So, see you at Bombay next week.
Though the hovercraft was a success, but it was put off shelf because the defense minister was changed and it was built with controversies. Kalam went to Bombay to attend the interview.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Kalam.
Please have a seat.
Kalam, meet Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, founder INCOSPA, and And Mr. Salaam, the Deputy Secretary of the Atomic Energy Commission.
Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Kalam. So, tell me, what is science for you?
Sir, science is a beautiful gift to humanity, and we should not distort it.
Mr. Kalam, right now, space research is a totally unexplored domain for India. Do you think, with such a less amount of resources, we will be able to make a mark in space science?
Sir, I think if 4 things are followed, that is, hard work, determination, perseverance, and having the will to work, then anything can be achieved.
Thank you, Mr. Kalam. Please give us a moment. We will call you once we are done.
Sure, sir.
So, gentlemen, what do you feel about this young man? You know, during the whole interview, I was trying to explore the possibilities. And honestly speaking, I can see immense potential in this young man.
Yes, I really liked his optimism.
I am really amazed how he related science with humanity. We surely can move forward with this candidate.
So, gentlemen, I think that we are done with our decision. So let's call Kalam inside. Congratulations, Kalam. Welcome to Inkuspa.
Thank you, sir.
Kalam was designated as an engineer at Inkuspa. After that, Kalam was sent to NASA for 6 months training program on sound and rocket launching techniques at the National Aeronautics and Space Administration work centers.
Kalam returned from NASA and started working on India's first rocket launch. Soon, a team was formed to set up the Equatorial Rocket Launching Station at Thumba. The church building of Thumba was selected as the first rocket launching station of India. It was a sounding rocket called nite made at NASA. Kalam was in charge of rocket integration and safety. As the technology was not so advanced, so the rocket was carried to the launching station on a cycle and a bullock cart.
Calling all the stations, we are all set for the launch.
Kalam, we have encountered a leaking hydraulic launcher.
Wait, hold the launch. What is the problem? Is it a serious one?
No, we have managed it. We will not use the hydraulic launchers. Instead, we will launch it manually.
Good work, team. So we are all ready for the launch. Starting the countdown. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Mission successful. Good work, team.
The maiden like Apache was launched from the church building of Thumba, a first space center. The launch was smooth and problem-free. It was a historical moment for India with its first sounding rocket launch.
Congratulations, Kalam. Nite was indeed a huge success for India.
Thank you, sir. But it wouldn't have been possible without your guidance and support.
Kalam, now it's time to dream higher. Let's start working on our dream project, the satellite launching vehicle, the SLV.
Sir, your wish is our command.
Gentlemen, this time it will be more difficult for us as we will not take any of the resources from outside. We will make our own rockets, our own satellite launching vehicles and our own satellites. And this time it would not be done one by one, but concurrently in a multi-dimensional fashion.
It's challenging, but we are ready.
Yes, sir, we are ready.
Kalam, I want to assign you a task
of providing interface support to our payload scientists. Involve all the physical laboratories of India, give them their individual missions, objectives, and their own payloads.
Okay, sir. I will coordinate with the laboratories and will update you about the proceedings.
Best of luck, team.
Thank you, sir.
In 1968, the Indian Rocket Society was formed. Soon after that, the INCOSPA was reconstituted as an advisory body and the Indian Space Research Organization was created to conduct space research in the country. The space program of India reached another milestone when Sriharikota Island was selected as rocket launch station.
Friends, this project will be a milestone in the history of Indian space research. But to make it victorious, you must keep in mind the words of Khalil Gibran. Bread baked without love is a bitter bread that feeds but half a man's hunger. Those who cannot work with their hearts, they achieve, but a hollow remains. Half-hearted success breeds bitterness all around. So team, give your best.
Boys, I have a good news for you all. Here, the sanction letter of 75 lakhs for our SLV3 project. Now, you just name the things and I will get it for you. But don't ask for time.
Don't worry, sir. You will get it on time.
So, now it's time to integrate the project. So the following scientists, please come forward. Kalam, Dr. Gavarekar, Mr. Guru, Mr. Muthurayangam, Juva Rao, and G. Madhavan Nair. Dr. Gavarekar, I want to assign you the task of leading the stage 1 of our SLV3 project. Mr. Guru, I want to give you the task of controlling the stage 2 of our project. And Mr. Muthurayangam, you will be controlling the stage 3. And Juva Rao and Mr. G. Madhavan Nair, I want to give you the task of developing a telecommand system for our SLV3 project. Kalam, you will not only lead the stage 4, but also you will be leading the project.
Okay, sir.
Best of luck, team. Carry on with your good work.
Passed by, the whole team was engrossed in the work of SLV3. One morning, Professor Sarabhai visited the SLV3 team with a gentleman.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
I want you all to meet Professor Curie, our counterpart in France, and the president of CNES. He will be helping us in finding all the probable problems in our SLV3 project.
Hello, sir.
Hello, gentlemen. Kalam, please show the progress of our SLV3 project to Professor Curie.
Please come, sir.
Gentlemen, I am really impressed. You have achieved wonders in years' time. This is what your counterparts in Europe could barely manage in 3 years.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, gentlemen, I will take a leave now. All the best. Carry on with the good work.
Professor Sarabhai was an exemplar in the art of team building. He was Kalam's role model. Not only Kalam, Professor Sarabhai trained about 22 scientists and engineers who took charge of different important scientific projects in the future. That is why Kalam was deeply shocked when Professor Sarabhai passed away suddenly.
I have a meeting with Professor Sarabhai. Has he arrived? What happened? Why aren't you responding?
Sir, Professor Sarabhai has passed a few hours ago following a cardiac arrest.
This is Doordarshan News. Good evening and welcome to the headlines. Indian Space Research Program gets a new setback with the sudden demise of Professor Bindu Sarabhai. The committee, headed by Professor M.J. Menon, Director of Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, has handed over the charge of ISRO to Professor Satish Thakur. The whole complex of Thamba, which included TOLS, the Space Science and Technology Center, the RPP, the Rocket Fabrication Facility, and the Propellant Fuel Complex, were merged together to form an integrated space center and present the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center as a tribute to the man to whom it owed its existence. Dr. Brahma Prakash will be the first director of VSSC.
Hello team.
Hello, sir.
Meet Mr. Brahm Prakash and Mr. Satish Thakur. And gentlemen, here is your team. Feel free to clear your queries about the project.
Everyone will work on their methodology. Your problem is going to be the dependency on others in accomplishing the total assembly.
Yes, sir. I'm aware of the probabilities of contradiction, and I promise I will give my best to motivate my team.
Kalam, another thing. I got your requisition for 275 engineers and scientists for the project. I'm really sorry, I won't be able to provide you with that. Instead, I can only help you by bringing in 50 more scientists and engineers to the project. You'll have to manage with this.
Okay, sir. I know I have to manage conflicts and disagreements, but I have immense faith that light upon light, Allah guides His light to whom He will. He has knowledge of all things. We have a long way to go.
In 1976, the 3 deaths in Kalam's family broke Kalam to a great extent. All the 3 members, his brother-in-law Jalaluddin, his father Jainuddin, and his mother Ashiyamma, played an eminent role in his life, and their sudden demise made Kalam mentally immobilized for some time.
किस्मत
words. They have achieved their goal. Now, it's your time to concentrate on your assignment that lies before you. Proclaim my glory through your deeds.
Though Kalam was physically exhausted, but still, instead of working 40 hours a week, he, along with the team, used to work 60, 80, and even 100 hours a week. During the final stage of SLV-3, von Braun, the German scientist, visited Trivandrum to have a look of SLV-3.
Kalam?
Yes, sir?
Meet Mr. Von Braun. Sir, meet our mission director for the project, Mr. Kalam.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
So, Kalam, can we see the progress of the project?
Yes, sir. Please come.
Kalam, according to me, the length to the diameter ratio of the SLV-3, which you have designed in 22, is on a bit higher side and may cause aerodynamic problems during the flight.
I will work on that.
Kalam, remember one thing. Total commitment is not just hard work. It is total involvement. Don't make rocketry your profession or your religion. Make it your mission, your goal.
Yes, sir.
Keep the good work up, Sir.
So, sir, can we now proceed?
Yeah.
The first experiment flight trial of SLV-3 was scheduled for 10th August 1979.
Kalam, all preparations are done. May we proceed to the launching pad?
Yes, proceed. SLV-3, taken to the launching pad. Mission Director, calling all the stations. We are all set for the launch.
758 hours.
Starting the countdown. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. SLV-3 lifted off from Shar. Stage 1 completed. Moving to stage 2. Oh no, it has gone out of control.
It has gone mad.
Heading towards Bay of Bengal. Sir,
It's gone into a spin.
Sir, we need to abort the mission.
What's happening, Kalam? Kalam, we need to abort
this mission.
Okay, terminating the mission. Abort the mission. Abort SLV.
With the failure of SLV-3, Kalam was reminded about his failures of hovercraft. He saw his favorite stage with the payload splashed into the sea.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, sir.
I know you all must be feeling dejected right now. But friends, remember what Von Braun said? That we don't just build on successes, we also build on failures. So, let's identify the problem and work on it once again.
Sir, the reason of the second stage failure was draining of a good amount of RFNA.
Sir, even though my friends have technically justified the failure, I take the responsibility of the RFNA leak detected during the final phase of the countdown as insignificant. I should have put the launch on hold. I therefore take the responsibility of the SLV-3 failure.
No! Dear friends, we have failed today, but I want you all to stay strong so that we succeed in our next attempt. So, I take the responsibility of the SLV-3 failure. Kalam, I'm going to put you in the orbit and you have to work on it once again.
Okay, sir.
SLV-3 team was blessed with extraordinary courageous people They work with similar zeal for the next 1 year.
यही रास्ता है तेरा, तूने अब जाना है। हाँ यही सपना है तेरा, तूने पहचाना है। हाँ यही रास्ता है तेरा, तूने अब जाना है। हाँ यही सपना है तेरा, तूने पहचाना है। तुझे अब ये दिखाना है। रोके तुझको आंधियां, क्या जमीन और आसमां पाएगा। जो लक्ष्य है तेरा, लक्ष्य का हर हाल में पाना है। हिम्मत से जो कोई चले, धरती हिले कदमों तले। क्या दूरियां क्या फासले, मंजिल लगे आगे गले। हिम्मत से जो कोई चले, धरती हिले कदमों तले। तू चल यूं ही अब सुबह शाम, झुकना झुकना नहीं तेरा काम। तू चल यूं ही अब सुबह शाम, झुकना झुकना नहीं तेरा काम। पाएगा जो लक्ष्य है तेरा, लक्ष्य को हर हाल में पाना है।
Madhavan, can you rotate the boat so that they are apart by a full 180 degrees? This would prevent the freak possibility of water gushing out and damaging the rocket.
Yes, sir. You are right. It could have wrecked the entire rocket. Sir, can we proceed to the launching pad?
Yes, proceed.
18th July 1980. Finally, it was all set.
SLV-3 taken to the launching pad. Mission Director, calling all the stations. We are all set for the launch. Starting the countdown. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. SLV-3 lifted off from shark. Stage 1 completed. Moving to stage 2. Rohini satellite to enter its orbit. Stage 2 completed. Moving to stage 3. The Fuji motor has given the required velocity to put Rohini satellite into the orbit. Stage 4 completed. Mission successful. Good work, team.
With the success of SLV-3, India joined the Space League of the World. Indira Gandhi announcing the success of SLV to the nation.
It's my pleasure
to announce that our SLV3 launch has successfully reached the orbit. It's a proud moment for us. From now onwards, India will also be in the panel of those few countries who have their own satellite-launched vehicles. I would like to congratulate the team for their remarkable achievement and would also like to extend my gratitude for giving us this day of glory. Thank you.
Abdul Kalam was conferred with Padma Bhushan and a doctorate degree was conferred by Anna University, Madras.
After the historical success of SLV-3 in the year 1982, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was appointed the Director of Defence Research and Development Laboratory. In the beginning of 1983, Professor Dhawan visited DRDL.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Kalam.
Meet Mr. V.S. Arunachalam, Director, Defence Metallurgical Research Laboratory.
Hello. Kalam, I heard you are doing very good work on a surface-to-surface design.
Sir, I'm simply following your advice that you gave me a decade ago.
Really? And what is that advice?
We have to dream before our dreams come true.
Good. May you achieve all your dreams.
Thank you, sir.
Kalam formed a high-level body called the Missile Technology Committee within DRDL. Days of debate and weeks of thinking finally culminated in the long-term guided missiles development program. In order to give impetus to the guided missiles development program, Kalam decided to meet the then Defence Minister, R. Venkatraman.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Director, DRDL. And with me, I have my colleague, Dr. V.S. Arunachalam, Director, DMRL.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Sir, we would like to show you the presentation of our next development programs.
Okay, go on. Sir, we want to develop and produce two missiles, a low-level quick reaction tactical co-vehicle and a medium-range surface-to-surface weapon system. And we want to help in this.
Impressive, but I have two questions. What will be the estimated expenditure of this project and how long will it take to complete this mission?
Sir, we have estimated an expenditure of about 390 crores spread over a period of 12 years on different projects.
Well, can we launch an integrated guided missile development program instead of making missiles in phases? Please think about it and inform me once you are convinced.
Okay, sir. We will get back to you soon. Sir, we are ready with the project. Here is the report. The program aims for the development of 5 weapon systems: Agni, Prithvi, Akash, Trishul, and Nag. Details are given in the report.
Excellent. I was expecting something like this. I am happy to see your work. You may proceed with the work.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
With the sanction of Rs 388 crores, India's first prestigious integrated guided missiles development program took its first step. The project was truly in the spirit of India's self-reliance.
We will be working on 5 defense missile development programs named Prithvi surface-to-surface weapon, Agni re-entry experiment launch vehicle, Trishul tactical core vehicle, Akash air-area defense system, and Nag anti-tank missile. I hope it is clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Finally, the prestigious program started in full swing. The first launch of the missile program was conducted on 16 December 1985 when Trishul took off from the test range at Sriharikota. Prithvi was launched at 11:23 hours on 25 February 1988. The most important and crucial was the Agni launch. Over 500 scientists worked laboriously day and night for this project.
Kalam,
Yes, sir.
are we ready with Agni?
Yes, sir. We have scheduled it for 20th April 1989.
Kindly double check the safety hazards.
Okay, sir. Team, I want 2 radars, 3 telemetry stations, 1 telecom station, and 4 optical tracking instruments to monitor the missile's trajectory.
Yes, sir.
Starting the countdown for the launch.
T minus 5, 4, 3.
Sir, one of the instruments is functioning erratically. We have to abort the launch, sir.
Okay, about the mission, about Agni.
Oh no.
Oh no, all our efforts are wasted.
Team, cheer up. You know, I lost my SLV-3 launch vehicle in the sea, but later recovered it successfully. Your missile is right in front of you. You have not lost anything. So gear up and let's get started. Be optimistic. We will make it this time.
Sir, what will be our statement to the media? They will badly criticize us.
I know we will face a lot of criticism for this. But friends, we have to do this for our country. India deserves nothing but success.
The second launch of Agni was scheduled on 8th May 1989. But again, it was aborted due to technical failure. The media ridiculed the ISRO team fanatically, but nothing could stop the immutable zeal of the team. The third attempt was set for 22nd July 1989.
Calling all the stations, we are all set for our Agni test. Starting the countdown. T minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Mission successful. Good work, team.
The emergence of India as a self-reliant country in the field of guided missiles had upset all the developed nations of the world. The space industry and mission-based defense weapon program had brought India into the select club of nations that call themselves superpowers. The then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi addressing the nation.
I congratulate the whole team for such an extraordinary work. Congratulations, India.
recited by Dr. Kalam himself as his message to Jamshedpur in 2011.
Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. And when there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world.
This was a tribute to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam from the team of Jusco School South Park.